Hi everyone, let's talk about MicroStrategy. It's a company that provides enterprise analytics software and service worldwide. So the company's market cap is pretty high, almost 7 billion, and it's growing and quick setup. So I'm on mentality, financial mentality. I'm not a bear. I'm a bull. I see the potentials of the stock that I review, and if I say the stock price is pretty volatile, uh, so it is when you see like as in this scenario, MicroStrategy, the stock price where last year's, for example, any month about $100 per share last August, 123, and it made X10 in like few months, like half in a year. Then those who bought the stock up here at the level of 1,000, like 300, they dropped near 2%, 50%, like two times. And this is the thing that I don't want you guys to made. So I mostly warning people to not to lose money. So this kind of a volatile share price, you can enter the price uh, when it's overvaluated. Then it might be like reasonably overvaluated. Then it drops more and more and more. And then somebody of you guys uh, is preferring to sell the stock near the lowest level. So they brought the stock here over $1,000 per share, then it drops to 600. You're down 40%, and you think that it's gonna go to the same level as the last year's 100. You made a stop loss or something, you lose the money, and then it goes bounce back. So this actually, these stocks pretty much are volatile, and anyway, we can see that volumes are increasing, but let's find out the stock. So the earnings are forecasted to grow almost 50% a year, and there's a lot of risks. Interest payment are not well covered by earnings. What our share price, as I mentioned before, significant insider selling over the past 3 months, and yeah, full information should not consider investment advice. Latest news, some of the special calls and shelf registration, downsizing, and so on. But pretty much the stock price is currently at the same level as it was last week. Anyway, market performance, we see here 1 year return with 388%. Of course, those numbers beating industry in the market, and long-term price volatility considers almost highest. And valuation side, it's currently based on simple Wall Street, overvaluated by 170%. TipRanks has also the downside 70%, but the price target is currently $700 per share. In good scenarios, 12-month forecast $920 per share, which made the upside to the stock. And also the Market Watch has similar stock price targets. And yeah, as we can see, the FinVish shows that long term is quite positive for the stock. Anyway, there could be some volatile uh, going on. Volumes is higher than in the previous year, for example, and I think the stock price would be around like 600 to maybe 1,000. So we can see the support level at 600, that it bounced back, then it goes down, bounce back. So if you would catch this level, you might like do profit. But this is not financial recommendation. Anyway, the future growth, as I said, almost 50% per year, and earnings per share growth is forecasted as well to grow. And yeah, they are making it's forecasted that they could be profitable in the end of this year. They made an actual last year's December 31st actual EPS were 0.77, so they're currently unprofitable. Past performance, so annual earning growth decreased by 45%. And yes, it's currently unprofitable, unfortunately. And yeah, the financial health side, we see here that debt level is increased pretty significantly this year, so they were pretty much at zero depth, and at this point they burned almost the whole cash. So they had last year's June 530 million, and then it drops like 10 times to 52 million, but currently it's 59. And yeah, the depth level is significant, so they might be putting shares to the market. So shares outstanding were decreasing, but I think they need to push some of the depth level down, because debt to equity ratio is 87%, considers high. And balance sheet, you see here, almost half of the red, they are not paying dividends. And insider tradings, they were selling, yes, two individuals sold the stocks, pretty significant number, but max price was 800 and 795. Ownership breakdown, so mostly the institutions are holding the stock 6 to 7%, individual insiders 20, hedge funds 6, general public not so much, 5.8. And we see top shareholders have been pretty much decreasing the stock. Some of the companies have been increasing, for example Morgan Stanley, Citadel Advisors, but I see here that the BlackRock is decreased almost 2%, same as the Vanguard Group. Yeah, I see mostly here red. And yes, investing.com, some of the stock for long-term investors as a strong buy. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and see you in the future one.